This ain't a dream or no wishful thinking.
Yo, we
It's a
got
manifestation.
Eli Vli. Find me everywhere. Many of you may probably know who I am. But yeah, Eli Vli in the flesh. New look, new me. I feel good. I am good.
we got him here for a few interview questions, just to kind of see where his head is at, how he's been, how he's doing, where he thinks the industry and market is going, and where he sees himself going here in a few years. So we're gonna start with the first question: what inspired you to start your music career?
So one of the things that inspired me, like personally, it was just a great creative outlet. Like you can do anything with music, you can do anything with poetry. So it allowed me to put some of my fears, things that I was afraid to say out loud or in regular tone, regular conversation, it allowed me to place it somewhere and get it out there without holding it inside, if that makes sense.
Who do you feel is underrated within the industry in Oklahoma or surrounding areas?
Uh, one special guy that I feel like is underrated. I'm gonna give you music artists. I'm gonna give you photographers. I'm gonna give you all that. But to start off, YFB Monty. Number one, YFB Monty makes quality music. I can't say like YFB Monty. I work with YFB Monty, but I also go back and listen to YFB Monty in my free time. Not just because I work with him, not because I'm close with him. None of that. It's just I like his music. I like what he does. Like he could dish you, and it should still sound good. But another person that I say is underrated, definitely True Photos. True does a lot of like quality videography and photography work. And I also noticed that he's working on his brand, getting his brand in front of more and more people, giving Oklahoma artists platforms where they can come and showcase their talents. That has its own personality. On the clothing side of things, One Love Uni. I got a couple pieces of custom clothing from One Love Uni. I got shoes I wore in a previous interview. You can check out my page. I got Dickie jumpsuit that One Love Uni customized. So that's somebody else.
What's something you feel like people misunderstand about you?
I feel like people think that this is like given to me and I don't have to work as hard as others for what I have or the knowledge I possess. I feel like they think it's like natural or God given and they think it's talent, but I work for everything I got. I work for it. I go out and get it. Hard way, easy way. I mean, I may understand it more, but it's only because I worked harder in those beginning stages to understand it more. I discipline myself.
Gotcha. With that hard work, so what's a part of your creative process? Tell me a little bit about that. That's going to give them kind of an insight on what that hard work entails and what it takes.
So what my creative process looks like is right now in this stage of my creative process, it's kind of letting inspiration come to me, whether that's from another artist, whether that's from going outside, seeing nature. It's just letting it come to me and not forcing anything onto anything. Letting what will be, letting what's not for me flow. Because everything ain't gonna be for you, especially as an artist. You can't just pick up somebody else's flow. You gotta let it come to you naturally. Otherwise, it's gonna get rejected either by the audience or by yourself.
How do you overcome times that you're just stuck on that creative block?
So one of the things I've been doing this since I began writing. I'll go back and I'll listen to my old stuff or my old projects. I'm like, man, where was I at when I wrote this? What mind space was I in? What was I feeling like? And most of the time, the music will reveal what I was feeling like. That's kind of why I write it. And I think, well, all right, that's what I need to do. I need to focus on my emotions, how I'm feeling right now, and I need to put that onto a song.
Gotcha. What is a hustle tip that you swear by?
What I swear by, and I tell everybody this every time they tell me they want to do something, I tell them, if you want something bad enough, you're gonna find a way to get it. And what I mean when I say that is, I'm not saying that you're gonna go, if you want a PS5 bad enough, you're gonna go out and rob somebody for a PS5. I'm saying that if you want something bad enough, if you want to do something with your life, if you want to go to space, you're gonna do the research to get there. You're gonna commit to it. That's what I'm trying to say. You're not going to force it you're going to put yourself in a position to be where you want to be or do what you want to do.
And so tying into that, what's a moment in your career that humbled you?
Man, definitely live performances. You know, it's different when it's just you and the mic. But when it's you, the mic, and a crowd and an audience that you gotta impress, that you gotta give them a show, especially when they paying guests. You gotta give them what they pay for, and you don't feel like whether they cheer for you or not, you get off that stage and you don't feel like you lived up to their expectations. That's something that'll definitely humble you in an instant. So that's one of the things where, like, what I'm learning, I'm still learning. I feel like I've got better at it since I first started doing it. Like, you got to think my first live performance was last year, 2024, and since then, I mean, we started in Oklahoma. We done been to Dallas. We done been to Kansas City, Missouri. We done been to Iowa, believe it or not, Iowa. We done been all over the Midwest with this, and we not stopping.
So, how do you use your platform to give back and uplift to others?
So one thing I like to do if I see a smaller creator and they're making quality content, quality not being like, oh, this sounds the best I've ever heard, like quality based on the level that they're at, and they're talking about real things that need to be heard, or it's just entertaining or really good to my ears. I try to share it, try to put it in front of as many people faces as possible, whether they get any real engagement off of it as possible. I just want people to feel what I felt when I heard that artist or this creative person. So that's one thing I do to give back.
Gotcha.
Or I also try to like go out of my way to work with that artist, whether it's a painter making cover arts or anything. I try to implement them into my own art so we can bounce off each other because iron sharpens iron. So.
Feel that. With that being said, iron sharpening iron, what do you feel is the current state of the industry in Oklahoma?
I feel like, to segue back into what I just said, I feel like there's not enough iron sharpening iron. I feel like people are kind of isolating themselves. We're not stepping out of our boundaries and working with as many people as possible. Because I feel like in Oklahoma, we have a mentality where the grass is always greener somewhere else. And that's not really true. We can make this grass rain, or we don't really pay attention to this grass because we don't water this grass.
So, tapping in back to you, what do you see next for you?
I'm definitely coming with Redemption Season 3. Now, if you don't know about the Redemption Season series, you should definitely tap in, do your research, because Redemption Season ain't just it's not just a series. It's ongoing. So as you grow, most of you, many of you know, you experience things good and bad and ugly. What Redemption Season it encapsulates all of that, and it's just me, all the shit I've let build up, traumas, happiness, joy, celebration, wins. I save it for Redemption Season now. Sometimes Redemption Season, it comes around every year. Sometimes it comes around every 3 years, 5 years. It just depends on how much stuff is happening at once. And once I feel like, okay, it's time to jot this down or time capsule this so I can save it and I can go back and dwell on this. That's when you get a Redemption album. So it's time.
Gotcha. Y'all, Eli Vli, y'all, where can they reach you at?
Eli.Vli on all platforms, social media, streaming platforms. Find me everywhere. Go listen to the album. I can't wait to share Redemption Season 3 with you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Shout out to Levels Productions as well.
Y'all tap in with them.
This ain't a dream or no wishful thinking. This is manifestations.